I said that to her. Yeah, spared to me. So well suited.
So I'm doing the score, not and it'll just pop up here though. Nothing here right now. Yeah. Oh, he wants you to say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wickwire Field. Beautiful sunny day here for Atlantic Football League action between the Dalhousie Tigers Football Club and the visiting UNB St. John Seawolves. It's a pretty beautiful day here after a pretty crazy week of weather last week with Hurricane Fiona coming through, but you could not ask for better weather than we're getting here today at Wickwire. We're a few minutes away here from kickoff, and of course the coin toss will be coming up shortly. For those of you at home, it looks like we're a little bit behind as UNB St. John arrived probably about 30 minutes ago as they're going through their warm-ups. The officiating crew just checking with the teams right now, and we'll be back shortly as we call the coin toss and we get this game ready to go for you folks at home.
About 40 years too old for this ground. Oh, the kids aren't here yet.
They can stay wherever they are. I'm okay with it.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get settled in here for the third game of this Atlantic Football League season, discounting the fact that we had no action last weekend as Dalhousie did not travel to Holland College for their game. But we are excited here to be back at Wickwire, and I'm Henry Whitfield, back here at Dal football, first time in about 8 years. For those of you who may still be following the broadcasts, it's nice to be back and be here to bring you this game and this action from the Atlantic Football League. Looking forward to getting my first look at new head coach Dave Kelly's team. The Dalhousie Tigers, of course, bringing a new head coach this year, as longtime head coach Mark Haggett moved on last season. This is your Moosehead Cup Atlantic Football League defending champion Dalhousie Tigers, fresh off a win 2 weeks ago in what was an incredible game, and a win 29-25 over UNB Fredericton Red Bombers. It's, to quote Dal football legend Rick Rivers, one of the best games, maybe top 3 that he's ever seen for Dal football. That game wasn't perfect for Dal, though, as head coach Dave Kelly did talk about it post-game, about cleaning up this team, some silly mistakes, as they only scored 7 points in the second half in that game, and really slowed down towards the end of that game and let UNB back into the game. We're going to take a quick break here as Jim Wilson announces pregame here, and we'll let you listen in, and we get ready for kickoff here at Wickwire.
Could everybody please stand? Those that are able to, please remove your hats. And you notice when the Tigers came out on the field, they were carrying a Every Child Matters flag. We have an Indigenous player on our team. Last year we had 2. Liam is up there, great guy. So, guys, instead of doing O'Canada today, in respect of truth and reconciliation, I think just take a second to reflect. All right, thank you. Let's play football.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting set up here as the teams get ready for this Atlantic Football League action. So let's bring you in, set the stage here for what should be an exciting game of football here on the unofficial homecoming weekend here at Dalhousie. Looking back at last year, it was a lopsided event as the Dal Tigers outscored UNB St. John 178-7 over 3 regular season matchups. It wasn't close, but obviously a new season brings new beginnings for UNB St. John, and they'll be looking to get back at it this season as they try to get a win here today against what seems to be a pretty talented Dalhousie Tigers football team. We're getting the coin toss here, and it'll be the captains for Dalhousie. Number 1, Oki Kepanek. Number 3, Logan Hillier. Number 5, Liam Cesare. And number 65, Louis Facette. Highlight of that is big, tall, number 1, Oki Kepanek. He's 6'4". He's the kicker. Joined this Dalhousie Tigers team from Turkey. Former soccer player who is an outstanding talent and was named the 2021 Special Teams Player of the Year in the Atlantic Football League, and he is going to put on a show today. I can guarantee you that, folks. So, coin toss ongoing right now here with a great team as we get ready to bring this game. As we look around the league to other results, obviously no game last weekend for the Tigers. St. John coming in off of a 51-7 loss to UNB Fredericton Red Bombers. That is a lopsided defeat for sure, but we're looking forward to seeing what St. John has to offer today. Head coach Mike McGarvey does have a tough test ahead of him today. This Tigers team has been playing well. They are the defending Moosehead Cup champions and winners of 3 of the last 5 Moosehead Cups. So it is an uphill slide. Long gone the days of 2010, the infamous snowball game between Dalhousie Tigers and UNB St. John. A game that happened in St. John where just an absolute snowstorm coming in back then. For those of you St. John fans who may remember that. A classic rivalry back in the day that we're really hoping will renew itself this year. You may hear from time to time the voice of Jim Wilson, one of the founders of the football club. He's going to join me on the broadcast as we go through the game here today. You also hear him on the microphone in the distance if we're picking up any of that. He's joined by longtime coach emeritus of the team, Rick Rivers, who may also join us at halftime if we can snag him. Those of you who are Tiger fans or fans of Atlantic Football League, you'll know Rick for being a long-standing face in the Atlantic Football League, as well as the Rick Rivers report that he puts out every week on dalfootball.ca, where he recaps each game.
I'd like to take a second to thank our sponsors. Today's sponsor is Nova Scotia Liquor with their Keep It Social campaign. Scotiabank, East Point Engineering, Chandler Sales, and the halftime show is by King of Donaire, the tug of war.
Jim Wilson announcing some of the sponsors there. The Keep It Social campaign and NSLC, as well as Scotiabank, and the always popular Tug of War. Back again, it seems like a mainstay here at Dal football games. As you can see, getting ready for kickoff here. That'll be OK Kepanek kicking off here. The Tigers going left to right on your screen. As the UNB St. John Seawolves get ready for the reception. Not too deep. That is easily picked up there as UNB St. John return for about 10 yards. That's number 23, Simon Noye, on the return there, about 10 yards. As UNB St. John, we'll get our first look at the offense here for UNB St. John.
All right. First down, Seawolves.
So we'll get first down here. UNB St. John on their own 25 here. And they'll look to get started. That's number 7 at quarterback, Riley Ring Deneen.
St. John team.
And that is Anoye again, listed as a receiver here on the game sheet, but getting in there early in the running game as UNB St. John picks up a couple of yards there. Maybe no gain as they're stopped at the line. It's a good first look at the Dalhousie Tigers defense. Dave Kelly, a longtime defensive coordinator and the coordinator of one of the stingiest Dal Tiger football defenses over the last 10 years. He has come in at head coach this year, but the Dal Tigers defense looking to pick up where they left off last year, holding UNB St. John to just 7 points over 3 games last year. Just an outstanding record against St. John last season. Second down and 10 here. And Deneen rolling out to his left. He fakes the throw, and he's going to extend it with his legs. Deneen off, and that tackle there from number 3, Logan Hillier. Deneen showing off some of that speed, and that's exactly what St. John needs here today to get this offense going. There is a flag, as we'll wait to hear. That flag is in the backfield. And it does sound like it's going to be holding here against UNB St. John. And then indeed, a penalty.
It'll bring the ball back 10 yards.
It's an absolute punch to the gut for St. John, who is really looking for a bright start here, as Deneen showing off his run there. But they're going to be second and very long, folks. That's a 10-yard penalty there. Number 66, Devin Dean there with the hold. Dal Tigers defense smelling blood here. Would love a big stop early on, especially after and they are gonna absolutely wrap up Deneen there. That's a tough break for St. John, who had that big play brought back, but against this big, strong Dal Tigers defense, they just walked through there. Might have been a screen pass opportunity there, or just the offensive line just letting them right through towards the quarterback. But Deneen that time not able to roll away, and he's wrapped up, and we're going to look at the special teams here for St. John. Back to receive for the Tigers, number 5, Liam Cesare. And number 9, Matt Lawton. St. John kicker deep in his own end zone here. And as expected, the Seawolves will give up a safety there. There's a safety, folks, for our first score of the game.
UNB St. John, Seawolves, no score.
Also known as 0.
That's going to give Dal Tigers a 2-0 lead here, as we'll add that score here to the scoreboard. But the Dal Tigers football defense just picking up where they left off last year. They gave up that big play, a holding, kind of fortunate for Dal, but UNB St. John just not able to hold off that pass rush, as Deneen giving up those yards and then resulting in a safety. So we'll get ready here for St. John to kick the ball back. And the Tigers will receive.
Ali set to kick off for the Seawolves.
And that's a deep kick there. That's number 9, Matt Lawton on the receiving as he goes out wide and picks up some yards there, but he'll be wrapped up by a pair of Seawolves. Tigers will start on their own 37, but a nice return there. Not a deep kick for St. John. And we'll get to take our first look here at the Dalhousie Tigers offense.
Ryan in on the tackle. Dalhousie can take over. 1st and 10 from their 37-yard line.
Looking at this offense, you're going to look at quarterback Noah Glover, number 16 from Collingwood, Ontario. We got our first look at him today in this Dal Tigers offense. This is on the near sideline. That's Colton Allen, number 4, backup quarterback and receiver, but they're going to roll out wide. And Mitchell Page running back for the Tigers, loses a couple of yards there, and UNB St. John wraps them up pretty quickly, so nowhere to go there. And I do know from St. John, they do love a big offensive and defensive line. They got some big boys there in New Brunswick, and that's no change today as they get in quickly with that pressure on Page. Snap to Glover. Glover's going to air this one out. That's going to go deep. Oh, and that's going to be a flag on the play there. Number 81, Robbie Sneath, was in the area. He went up, and that was definitely a penalty coming against UNB St. John. It's going to be pass interference there, and the Dal Tigers will accept. As expected, the sticks will move up, and Tigers with a big play there as that penalty flag goes their way. But you get your first look at Noah Glover's arm there as he airs it out, perfectly weighted. Sneath had a chance at it, but was just pulled back.
The Tigers will take over. 1st and 10 from their 50-yard line.
That's pass interference that you can hear from Rick Rivers in the background. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line here. And a handoff again. Some space here on the right. A great block as the Tigers pick up some yards. That block there was Colton Allen coming in and getting a key block there to open up for Page. The Tigers clearly aiming to establish the running game here early, as that's a couple plays here to Page early. And that block by Allen just really exemplifies the style of this Tigers team. They love to get in your face. They love to throw big hits and big blocks, and they don't take plays off. There's a gain of about 12 there as the Tigers on St. John's 47. 1st and 10. Another handoff here to Paget. Paget's going to find a space, and he's just so nimble as he picks up about 10 yards. There's going to be another 1st down here for the Tigers. Tigers offense really rolling here on this opening drive. UNB St. John, not really an answer for the running game, as you can see how patient Paget is there. Just waiting for a hole, waiting for a space. He's not the biggest running back in the league, but just waits for his opportunity and finds the hole there that his offensive line is creating. Paget's looking to air this one out. Actually goes under. That's Steve Sorensen on the reception. Looked like for a second he had number 4, Allen, open deep, and then throws it under, and looks to be another Tigers 1st down. But we do have a UNB St. John player down. So trainers will come out. It's number 19, Marshall Webb, a linebacker here for St. John, who's being helped off the field right now by the trainers.
First down, Tigers on the Seawolves 26-yard line.
It's a correction on the score there, folks. That's 2-0 after the safety. So the Tigers starting here, not quite in the red zone right now, but the offense is flowing. I said a stack of receivers out to the left. And Glover's going to air this one out again to Sneath. Oh, and broken up there. That hung up a long time there, folks. It was actually, looked like Sneath in the area there. Sorry, number 88, Carter Harris, foul there on the reception on the far side. Hung up a long time. He was there and in the area, but the corner able to get back and break up that play. I love what I'm seeing right now early from the Tigers offense. Really changing it up here. Mixing in the running plays, established running play, make them respect that, and then opening it up on some of these big yardage opportunities here, really showing off Glover's arm. So we got a stoppage in play here. Looks like foul's coming off there. Maybe a cut or something. Official spotted something, and foul had to switch out there. Definitely it looks equipment related. That's going to bring in number 4, Allen there. They're going to change that up. Oh, another throw underneath there. Again to number 11, Steve Sorensen. Takes a while. The St. John does bring him down, but we've seen that now twice there from Glover. Quick throw underneath. It's going to bring up 3rd down and very short. And I would be surprised if the Tigers don't go for this. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Tigers here. Again, this Tigers team known for being aggressive, especially against the St. John team. Looking to pick up a yard here. Glover under center. And it's going to be a quarterback sneak there as Glover easily picks up the 1st down and more.
Good 1st down on the quarterback sneak.
A couple of big boys there in the middle, really setting the tone there on the offense. That's Facette at center and Gerard and Dormer at the guard positions there, really making it easy there for Glover to push on in.
1st down, Tigers.
Well, we're 1st and
St. John 11.
1st and 10 here on the St. John 11. Seen a lot of Paget early on. A lot of Allen. A lot of Sorensen. We'll see what Glover and Dave Keller are calling up here. Snap and a handoff. It's going to roll out right. That's going to be blown up in the backfield. And there's a fumble, loose ball. Players down hurt, but St. John not able to pick that up. And the ball is rolling around. Looks like it's recovered by the Tigers. That was number 13 there. Zach Blood on the jet sweep there coming out across. He got absolutely lit up and that ball came loose. He is down hurt right now. On the recovery, it looked like number 65, Louis Facette.
Number 65. Louis just jumped on that ball. I don't think I've ever seen Louis move so fast in his entire life.
Facette getting back there. The ball loose as the Tigers are going for that. Facette, as you could see, the ball bouncing around. And he was just able to jump on that ball there. It did look like St. John had picked up the ball. It kicked loose again. Facette for a big boy there, number 65, able to cover that up. Facette, a 2021 All-Star, showing right there exactly why, as we get an image here of number 13, Zach Blood, being helped off here by trainers. Looks like it is his left leg there as he's being helped off by the trainer, so we hope he is doing okay. And we'll bring you an update if we get one on the player as we go along. So Tigers retain the ball here. Oh, sorry, I apologize.
Okay, we have a first down Seawolves.
Looks like it's first down Seawolves as we're going through there. So not recovered. Not recovered by Facette. I guess it was down for the St. John player when he had possession. So coming up here, first and 10 from their own 38. St. John's offense with Deneen here. He's going to roll out to his left again. Not even look for the throw. Design run there as he's gang tackled there by, it looks like number 50, Sam Deering, and number 5, Liam Cesari there. Cesari, a name who's been all over it early again. A captain for this team, a linebacker from Freiburg, Maine. He's a two-time All-Star for the Tigers in 2019 and 2021. So expect to hear Cesari's name a number of times here. He's often involved on the defense, a real leader here for the Dalhousie Tigers. Pickup of about 5. So 2nd and 5 here for St. John. And we've seen a lot of Deneen running. Haven't seen his arm yet here today, and we'll see what St. John's cooking up here on offense. Is going to be a handoff here. It's going to break through. Stopped just shy of a first down. And we do get a little bit of shoving here. Robinson on the carry, as we saw a couple of players there come together. That's Logan Hillier and number 5 for St. John, Damian Cogswell. Getting a little heated there, but a 2-0 game here with about 6:08 to go in the first quarter. Tigers really used to getting their way with this St. John team, but they're coming in with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. St. John bending but not breaking as they force that fumble, and their offense trying to pick up a crucial first down here. No, St. John will punt this away. Back to kick is number 20, Hussein Al-Ali. That's a high snap. He does catch it, but it's not going to go very far. Back on receiving is David Shamshuddin Chada, but he doesn't get that cleanly. St. John's all over it, and not at all what the Tigers wanted, but that kick high was a high snap, and the kicker only just got it off. Not a great kick, very high. Shamshuddin Chada not able to handle it cleanly, and folks, the St. John goes from punting it on third down from their own 40 to what looks like a first down with about 5 yards to go. Just a reminder, folks, this St. John team was outscored 178-7 last season against the Tigers. So a big opportunity here for St. John to put up some points. There are a couple flags on the play. We're waiting for the call from the officials here. The sticks are all the way back here at the 50, waiting to get told what's happening. Officials getting together here to talk about the play. Head coach Dave Kelly talked about this after their first game, needing to clean up mistakes. Again, an unforced error there. Shamsuddin Chiata not under any pressure as he received that. It just not able to hold on to it cleanly, as we're confirming that play here. St. John threatening. No clarification here yet from the officials. And looks like they're bringing it the whole way back. We'll wait to get clarification on the call here.
A little bit of an explanation.
Took a really long time there.
Contact by number 9 Gold on a loose ball.
Illegal contact on a loose ball here, called by the officials. It's going to bring it all the way back. Folks, just as confused as you are there, that play looked like a big break for St. John, but maybe it's just more of the same for St. John. Just really unlucky the last few seasons, and this ball is coming way back. They waited a long time to bring the sticks up. They brought the stick crew up, and the chain gang here, and then all of a sudden brought it all the way back. Rick Rivers giving us the call there. Illegal contact on the loose ball there, so brings it all the way back. Still third down, and we'll do it all over again, folks. No harm, no foul for the Tigers.
What happened?
Number 5, Liam Cesare is back there.
On a loose ball, brings the ball back to here. It'll be repeated third down.
So repeat third down here. None of that happened, and it doesn't matter, folks. So we'll get another shot at this here. Another high snap again. This time the punter loses it, and it looks like it's recovered there. And wow, we had a high snap on the first kick. This time even higher. And number 20, Hussein Al-Ali, not a tall kicker. Absolute turning point in this first quarter. So we have about 5:12 to go.
On the fumble recovery,
Sloppy special teams from both teams. Tigers with a huge break here.
on the Seawolves
2 not great
17-yard
snaps.
line.
I can't blame the kicker there. It was about 1.5 feet over his head. The first one almost over him, the second one definitely. And Tigers will pick it back up where they left off as Glover in the shotgun. He's going to hand off to Paget. Paget is going to go out to his right, finds a hole, and he's wrapped up pretty quickly.
Paget on the carry.
So if you're just trying to keep up here, that long punt and recovery for St. John called back for illegal contact on a loose ball. They brought it all the way back. We did the play all over again, 3rd and 5 for a punt. The kick, the snap back to the kicker fumbled. Tigers recover, and now they're about 2nd and 5 here from the St. John 15. And we're going to go deep here. And that's going to be a Tigers touchdown. That's Colton Allen. We've heard his name quite a bit. He threw a big block on the first play. But Glover to Allen, 4:15 here in the first quarter, and the Tigers add to their lead. So it's 8-0 here as Oki Kepanek. Big shout out to your family back there in Turkey, as I'm told they like to watch the games. A kick here, just a little chip for Kepanek. He's got a big leg. He's not going to miss that. And he converts it, and that'll be 9-0 for the Tigers.
Remaining in the first quarter, your Dalhousie Tigers 9. UNB St. John, no score.
Well, folks, we've had an eventful first quarter here. Still 4:15 to go. We've had a couple of fumbles, some big decisions here by the officiating crew, but the Tigers up 9-0. St. John, you've got to think a little bit unlucky here not to be on the scoreboard. Doing all the right things, folks. A couple mistakes here for St. John. If you're a UNB St. John Seawolves fan, you'll be disappointed to be down 9-0, but definitely showing a lot of grit, a lot of determination, and they were threatening. So we'll wait to see from the St. John's offense. We're going to get a kickoff here from Oki Kepanek. Again, folks, Kepanek has an absolute bomb of a leg. Back to receive for St. John, number 23, Simon Noy, and number 12, Braden Robinson. Deep kick here. That looks like Robinson on the reception. He picks it up, and he can get going quickly, folks. Finds a hole in the middle, and he picks up a few extra yards. Robinson showing off his speed there on the return. He did it the first kick, and Robinson picking up some valuable yards here for St. John.
Smith in on the tackle. St. John has good field position on their 33-yard line.
St. John picking up on their own 33 here, 1st and 10. We've seen a lot of Deneen running here. Haven't seen his arm much yet. We'll see what the St. John offense is starting with here late in the first quarter. Not much there. Almost picked off.
Pass goes incomplete. Intended for Robinson. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 here for the Tigers. A 9-0 lead here. Or sorry, 2nd and 10 here for the Seawolves. A 9-0 lead for the Tigers. 3:40 left here in the first quarter. Tigers defense really playing tough here. Not really giving up a lot, and St. John not really able to break through just yet. The one long play for Deneen called back for hold early in the first, and Deneen is going to have to scramble, but he is wrapped up. Oh boy, that's a big tackle there. As number 5 Liam Cesari in with a sack.
Sack for a loss.
That is Cesari there, 2-time All-Star. And Cesari does it all. He's on special teams too, so he's back to receive this kick. But what a special talent he is, and looking for his 3rd All-Star nomination this year. But just got right through that defensive line there for the Seawolves. And as fast as Deneen is, he wasn't able to scramble away. That's the 3rd or 4th time we've seen Deneen get wrapped up pretty quickly there. Not a long kick here. Cesari's back. It's going to bounce. He's going to let it bounce again. He's going to pick it up. A big stiff arm there. About a return about 10 or 12 yards. Cesari is fired up.
Tackle made by Buchanan. First down, Dalhousie. On the Seawolves 43-yard line.
Tigers will take over on the Seawolves side of the field yet again. 3:04 left in the first quarter. That's Allen, the touchdown scorer on our near sideline. Glover moves things about a bit. Oh, and the snap is going to hit number 83. That is Anders Hoffman. A sloppy snap as Hoffman comes across in motion, and it's going to go off of him. These are the mistakes that Dave Kelly's talking about. He wants his team to play clean football, hard-nosed football. A snap there off of the right leg of Hoffman as he comes across in motion, and it's going to be Seawolves' ball. So a sloppy first quarter here for both teams. Tigers lead 9-0. 2:42 left here in the first quarter. And we're going to get Deneen in the offense here for Seawolves once again. It's about 1st and 10 on their own 41. out wide for the Seawolves. That's number 5, Damian Cogswell, here on your left. But it's going to be handed off again, and nowhere to go, and wrapped up for a loss. It looks like Simon Inouye once again.
Okay, Tiger fans, here's a quiz.
Cesarian on the tackle.
Sorry, Rick. Here's a quiz. If a group of lions is called a pride, what is a group of tigers called? Yell it out.
Very good.
It's called an ambush.
A 2nd and 11 here for the Seawolves.
Didn't go over very well, Jim.
Jim Wilson trying to tell some jokes here. Deneen going way back and tries to connect with number 12, Braden Robinson there. Deneen had 2 or 3 Tigers right on him. Number 59, Christian Riley, the defensive lineman there. He's a big boy, but
3rd and about 11.
but 3rd and 11, and we're going to get another kick here. Same song and dance here we've seen a few times in this first quarter. Cesari back to receive as number 20, Hussein Alali, on the kick. Keep in mind, the last 2 snaps on the kickoff have been very high for Ali, and we'll see how he does here. That fumble leading to the first touchdown for the Tigers earlier in this quarter. The snap is good. We're actually going to see a fake kick here, a throw. The Tigers will take over.
To number 83, but not enough yards gained. That is William Rowe.
You have to like the creativity from the Seawolves there. Head coach Mike McGarvey knowing that you have to put up points to stay with these Tigers. But that's not how you do it, folks. That's a pass well behind the first down marker, and the Tigers quickly wrap them up. So the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 with about 1 minute and 10 left here. Up 9-0 in the first quarter. In this position moments ago before that fumble, Glover will take the snap. He'll hand off to Paget, who's going to go out left. He's patient, finds the first hole, and he's still up and eventually taken down.
Paget on a little extra effort gets a few extra yards.
As we talked about, Paget, not the biggest running back, but able to find the holes, very patient, and picks up a few yards there. About 5 yards as the Tigers will have 2nd and 5. From looks to be the St. John 33. About 49 seconds left here in the first quarter. Glover deep here as he's going to take the snap. Looking to his right. This is number 11, Steve Sorensen. Sorensen's been a pretty popular target for Glover, and that time failing to link up. He's hit him on the last 2 receptions under, but misses him, and it'll be 3rd and about 3 here. It looks like Oki Kepenek's going to come out here for a field goal. We're going to get our first look at the 2021 Special Teams Player of the Year, Oki Kaepernick, on his first field goal attempt of the game. And if you haven't seen Oki kick, he is a special talent. Oh, as a timeout is called. Not sure what's happening, folks. It looked like they lined up for a punt there from 40 yards, but Kaepernick's got the leg to hit it.
The point I was trying to make about the ambush is you may see folks around with ambush squads on their t-shirts, and those are volunteers for game day, and they help us out. They're not paid, and they're great people. So give them a round of applause.
So a timeout there. Tigers maybe faking. Not sure. We'll try and catch up and see what they actually do here. I'd be very surprised if the Tigers don't go for the points, either with a kick or a play here. Oki Kaepernick is coming out. We'll see how they line up. No, they are going to line up for the kick, folks. So It looked like they were lining up for a punt there on that last play, but number 12 there, Grayson Dominguez on the hold here. Kaepernick does not have a long run up here. He's 6'4" and has a cannon. Doesn't go through, just left of the uprights, as it will be returned by number 12, Robinson, who is very quick.
He definitely had the depth.
So Oki Kaepernick missing to the left. He'll be disappointed with that. Easily had the distance there, but not able to put up some points. So Robinson picks it up, returns, and there's a flag just down right there on the goal line. As I'll wait to hear what that penalty is. So here, the story of the game so far with 19 seconds left in this first quarter is Tigers up 9-0, but 3 fumbles in this game that have turned the tide. A couple big calls and big plays for the St. John Seawolves that have been called back. One on a big run early on by Deneen, and a second penalty for illegal contact on a loose ball that would have set them up for about 5 and goal early on. Instead, came all the way back. Tigers able to put up some points and give them a 9-0 lead.
Dalhousie charged with objectionable conduct.
Well, there it is, folks. Objectionable conduct against the Tigers, which is going to be a big break for the Seawolves. I don't think they've been out of their own end, though, on offense. Really struggling to move the chains. First down on their own 30-yard line. Deneen definitely running quite a bit, but this offense going nowhere fast so far in the first quarter. St. John going to be looking for a little bit of magic here with about 10 seconds. The clock is running here in the first quarter. Might not even get a playoff here. They just get the snap up. Deneen's going to roll to his right. Plays on, and oh boy, Deneen with nowhere to go. Great coverage downfield by the Tigers. Deneen looking to link up there with Robinson, but full coverage. So Fitzpatrick able to get to the quarterback, and Deneen once again taken down in the backfield. It looks like a loss of about 6 or 7 here for St. John as we get the end of the quarter. So folks, take a quick break here as we bring you back for a recap and the second quarter here at Wickwire.
Thanks to our game sponsor, Keep It Social. Your local post-secondary institutions and the NSLC remind you to keep it social. Pace yourself, know your limits, and plan for a safe way home.
Cheers. It's a small word to celebrate big things. For us, it's simply a way to say thanks. Cheers to consuming responsibly and getting home safe.
King of Donair, Canada's original since 1973.
Chandler, one of Atlantic Canada's leading business-to-business suppliers.
Here against his Tigers defense. I'll remind you folks, last season the Tigers outscored St. John 178-7 during the regular season with 2 shutouts, 62-0 and 43-0. Tigers picking up where they left off last season, just suffocating defense. The offense, though, not really clicking with a 9-0 lead. Lee's going to be back in his own end zone here to punt away again. Number 5, Cesari's there again, not even in his own half. He's lined up on the St. John about 45. So barring any mistakes again, which we have seen quite a few, the Tigers should get great field position here. If you're just joining us, a couple big fumbles, couple big penalties in the first quarter. St. John will take another safety.
Give up a second safety touch.
So the first score of the game was 2-0 for the Tigers. And now they'll get another 2 points here to start the second quarter. That did waste about a minute, though, if St. John's trying to slow this game down. Taking a minute off the clock there for the safety. It's 11-0 for the Tigers as they will get the ball again. And if you're a UNB St. John fan at home right now, it's a long day so far for you. This offense really not clicking, a lot of mistakes, and we're seeing flashes of moments there from Deneen and some of his teammates. But Tigers electing here. Looks like they'll pick it up on their own 35. So Noah Glover back to work for this Tigers offense. Gonna hand it off to Paget. Paget's gonna find a hole on the left and pick up a few yards. Paget just so slippery in there at running back.
Paget on the carry, good for 4. Okay, 2nd and 6. Tigers.
2nd and 6 coming up here for the Tigers. It's been a long, steady stream of Paget here on finding lots of room to run, but Glover has aired it out on a couple of opportunities here. On the near side, that's Carter Harris foul on the left side, but now it's going to be a throw to Paget that easily picks up some yards.
Glover's pass complete to Paget. We have a flag on the play.
Paget, a man with many talents, as he catches that and picks up about 10 or 12 yards after the catch. There is a flag down on the play. Looks like this penalty is going to be against St. John as the sticks that move down. Could be a late hit there.
St. John penalized for unnecessary roughness.
Unnecessary roughness there.
After the yardage gained on the pass completion.
A couple late hits coming in there as Paget was wrapped up. Tigers will pick it up here on St. John's 45, 1st and 10. This offense picking up where they left off, but keep in mind, folks, didn't score in their last 2 drives, as we're going to get a fake handoff here. And Glover's going to show up his legs. He's going to break through the secondary before he's wrapped up by number 2, Austin Robbins there. Austin Robbins, a little bit of a shoelace tackle there as Glover picking up some speed there. And Glover showing off his legs for the first time today. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the St. John 26. So first run for Glover today, picked up about 20 yards. Nice tackle there to hold it to just that, as you've got Paget lined up in the backfield just to Glover's left. Glover's going to look to his right. He's going to go underneath, and what a catch. That's number 11, Steve Sorensen, going down low, picking it up, keeping it off the turf. And we've seen that play now 3 or 4 times. Glover looking deep and then going underneath to Sorensen. That connection looking like Hunter Renfro and Derek Carr there. The easy option there underneath. $11:24 here to go in the first half. Down on the left, you got number 38, Sean Matheson, as an option out wide. Glover's going to hand it off, though, to Paget, as he has all day. Paget patiently waits, but this time St. John's going to hold him up. And that is number 20, Hussein Al-Ali, who is going to stop Paget for probably the first time today. Wrapped up there for no gain. We're going to get a 3rd down.
On the tackle.
3rd and a yard here for the Tigers. We do have a player down. Looks like Paget is the player down. Not a great look for the Tigers there, as Paget's going to be held off by the trainers. Hopefully just a minor knock and he'll be back in. But Paget's going to go to the sideline right now. It looks like the Tigers are going to go for it here. 3rd and a couple. So 3rd and very short here for the Tigers. In the backfield is going to be number 34, Ryan Pentelicek. First look at him today. Got a quarterback sneak again for Glover, and Glover's going to pick up that first down. That's number 66, Peyton Arsenault, making a big hole there next to number 68, Mitchell Dormer. A couple big boys there on the offensive line, making it easy for Glover on the quarterback sneak there. 1st and 10 from the Seawolves, 13. On your far sideline, you're going to have number 88, Carter Harris foul. And once again, in at running back is number 34, Ryan Pentelicek. We're going to get that handoff there. Pentelicek is going to be wrapped up quickly. St. John quick into the backfield there. Looks like going to be a loss of a couple yards. Bring up 2nd down and a long.
Loss of about 2 on the play. 2nd and 12.
Pentelicek once again in the backfield. On your near side, we've got Carter Harris foul lined up. And it looks like that's going to be the target. Glover to... Oh, it's actually Allen. I didn't see Colton Allen sneak there into the end zone. It looked like Carter Harris foul there coming across. The pass is just going to go over and incomplete. Allen was wide open. Acres of space there for the Tigers, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Glover had time. He had his man, just overthrew him, and Allen unable to bring it down. Allen picking up the first touchdown early in the first quarter. So it's 11-0. 9:14 here to go in the first half. St. John will take over. Oh, I apologize. It's going to be 3rd down here. Oki Kaepernick. It's going to be a fake kick. We're going to get a throw, and it's going to be caught. That's number 12, Grayson Dominguez, on the fake kick. He's going to throw it out wide. Looks like it might have taken a deflection there as it went over, but had me fooled. The fake field goal is going to be good for a touchdown. Not sure who that was on the far sideline. We'll get that for you later, folks. But as we line up here for the kick, it's 17-0. So a fake punt for St. John, and now a fake field goal attempt for the Tigers. Snap is good. A little chip shot here, and Kaepernick's going to go through for an 18-0 Tigers lead.
Second quarter, the Dalhousie Tigers 18, Seawolves no score.
I can tell you, folks, Dominguez, the thrower on that play, did get deflected, it looks like. And the Tigers will take over a commanding lead here with 9:02 left in the first half, 18-0. St. John's have not been over the 50 in what seems like forever, since the first quarter, early on in the first quarter, as we get Oki Kaepernick back to kick off for the Tigers. So St. John's with a big hole to climb out of here as the kick will come in. going to be a deep kick back to receive number 12, Robinson. He'll pick that up. He loves to get going, but he is absolutely wrapped up. And it looks like a penalty there that hits. It was number 15, Max Parker, who absolutely wrapped up Robinson, taking him down heavily there, but a flag from the official almost immediately, and we'll wait to hear what the call is on that. A couple of costly penalties so far for both teams.
On that tackle. The Seawolves will be penalized 10 yards for an illegal block.
Actually, folks, it's going to be an illegal block there. So as that hit came in on Robinson, clean, but a illegal block against the Seawolves. So they'll go backwards again, and they're going to have not a lot of room to operate here. Looks like 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line. St. John not benefiting from good field position early on in this game. The first half, it seems like they've been backed up the whole game. 8:57 here to go in the first half. One to watch out here, number 5, Chisari, already with 2 or 3 sacks in this game. Deneen back there, running back for the Sea Dogs, number 25, looks like Hook back there. As Deneen's going to throw it off quickly to Robinson. Robinson's going to try a little spin move and be wrapped up immediately by number 32, Jeremy Miller on the defense. Deneen with a quick throw there to Robinson. Gives them a bit more space here on 2nd down. 2nd and 5 here for the Seawolves. Just feels like Deneen's going to have to try and get rid of that ball quickly. Every time he's held on to it, he's just been wrapped up by the Tigers. So the St. John Seawolves a little bit more up-tempo there. As once again, we'll have one man in the backfield with Deneen. That's number 25, Akea Hook. And Deneen's going to hold it again. He's going to roll it to his right. Oh, no. No, man, the coverage downfield, it looked like Robinson was the man, but covered by Miller once again. And that is Chisari once again with the sack, the man to watch out for. Chisari, that 2-time Atlantic Football League All-Star from Freiburg, Maine. Once again, just getting in there, a captain for this team and leading with his play on the field today. 3 or 4 sacks for Chisari. 3rd and long. In this position, the Seawolves have taken a safety twice. We'll see what they do this time. As Chisari back to receive. He's lined up on the Seawolves 45. I would not be surprised if it is a safety this time. It's not. They are going to actually punt, but it's not going to go very far. Chisari's going to receive it on the 45 with lots of space. He's going to go right through the middle of the field, gets through, and it looks like still standing, gets pushed by the pack, and down 18, deciding not to get up safety that time, punts it away, and the Tigers will take over with excellent field position. Chisari looked like he was down at about the 30, but picked up a few more yards as he was able to push through with the pile.
Let's go!
Big shout out to the Sea Dogs defensive line, though. They've been putting in a shift. There's a couple big boys on the offensive line for the Tigers, and they are pushing. Paget back in, going out injured. He's going to roll to his left, beats a man. There is a flag as Paget is going to go down. Looks like just on the 1 or 2 yard line. There is a flag. One out wide on the left, and then another one just in the middle of the field. We'll wait to hear what the referees have to say. Came down at the same time.
Dalhousie penalized for an illegal block.
Sounds like an illegal block here on the Tigers. Didn't get the player number. Might have been number 3, Logan. Nope. Could be number 3. Logan Hillier is on defense, but we'll get that number for you if we get it called in. Tigers going to be backed up here now. First and about 20. Glover in shotgun. In the backfield is Paget once again. 4 receivers. A big throw over the top here to number 9. Matt Lawton overthrown again. We've seen that a couple times from Glover today. Receivers open who have beaten their safety and just a little bit overthrown. Glover just with all the time and space right now under center. Yeah, it's St. John not able to put any pressure on Glover when he does have time to sit there, look downfield, and get that pass off, just overthrowing his receiver. 6:20 here to go in the first half. 18-0 for the Dalhousie Tigers over the St. John Seawolves. It's been all Tigers today. A couple unlucky breaks here for the Seawolves as that snap is clean. Glover's going to go out wide. That's number 4, Allen. Allen is able to bring it down, and that is going to be the second touchdown of the afternoon for Colton Allen. There was a corner on the play, but a little bubble, and Allen able to bring it down and easily walk in there for another Tigers touchdown. .30-yard reception there for Allen, it looked like, as Oki Kaepernick in for the extra point. That'll go right through the middle, as it'll be 25-0 for the Tigers here with 6:03 left. So the Sea Dogs have a kick. Instead of taking the safety in their own end zone again, it's a short kick, returned to about the 30 or about the 20 for Cesari. Tigers take a penalty, get backed up about 10 yards, and then Glover finds one of his favorite targets of the day, Allen, for about a 30-yard touchdown, and the Tigers are rolling up 25-0 here in the first half. Remind you of the scores from last season against St. John. Tigers won 62-0, 43-0, and 73-7. St. John's going to need to get some points here if they want to come away with anything. Down 25-0. Haven't been across half in about 20 minutes of gameplay. Oki Kaepernick's going to step up, and he does have a big leg. Back to receive once again. Robinson, number 12 for the Sea Dogs. And on his opposite side, it looks like number 23, Simon Noye. To receive. It's going to go deep. It's going to be Robinson. It's going to be over his head. He's going to grab it. He stops it just before it goes into the end zone. Robinson has speed, but he is going to be wrapped up. Number 15, Max Parker on the tackle. That is Oki Kaepernick. That's his leg. It looked like Robinson underestimated the kick over his head. About a 60-yard kick there. Robinson, who's been back and pretty reliable on those kicks, misjudges the kick there. It bounces, and he's backed up. Once again, Deneen deep in his own end. He'll pick the ball up here on about his own 10-yard line. Maybe the 20-yard line here, folks. A Tiger penalty backing them up. So a bit of a break there for the Seawolves. They'll get a little bit more room to breathe here. Deneen looking to make something happen. 25, Akaya Hook there in the backfield with him. Deneen's going to roll to his right. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, but the Tigers just absolutely wrap him up again. Looks like number 51, Jared McKellen, down there for the Seawolves. Deneen has been hit 3 or 4 times pretty heavily, and he looks a little bit roughed up there as he gets to his feet. You have to feel for Deneen here. Not getting a lot of help here today as he rolls out to the right, and just 3 or 4 Tigers on the tackle. That is McClellan down there for the Seawolves. throws his helmet down. So obviously frustrated back in the back there, and a couple of Seawolves players are going to come in, looks like, to help him off. He is a big boy, McClellan. It looks like a right ankle, as a couple of Seawolves players will come to help him off. That's a big blow for the Seawolves right there. As we said before, that offensive line for the Seawolves in an absolute battle here today. It looks like a little outmatched on size, and it won't help them to have McClellan hobbling off to the sidelines. Well, we have a bit of a break here. Shout out to NSLC and their Make It Social campaign. MakeItSocial.ca, one of our sponsors here today. Of course, a longtime sponsor as well. We've got Scotiabank and many others for the Tigers.
2nd and 9, Seawolves.
2nd and 9 for the Seawolves. We'll see what the Seawolves can do here. Dineen's going to step back to throw. His favorite target, Robinson, under, goes across, and he's wrapped up immediately. He was looking at Robinson the whole time there, folks. There's a little bit of extras here, deep in between number 3 and number 5 there. Again, Damian Cogswell looking to be mixing it up with Logan Hillier. We saw that early in the game, but Dineen with a throw there to Robinson, not very far, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and long. Dineen looked downfield, coverage was good, had to dump it off underneath, and Robinson tackled. It looks like about 3rd and 12, so expect a punt here for the Seawolves. Take a moment to shout out some sponsors here: Scotiabank, East Point, Chandler, WAG Physiotherapy, Prodigy Sport, Wilson Human Capital Advisory, King of Donaire, and KeepItSocial.ca. As that kick is cleanly off, it is going to bounce not very far. It doesn't get past the 50. Chisari again with an incredible return. He's still going, folks. He's eventually pulled down, and there is 2 flags, one back on the St. John 48, and then on that tackle, another flag. There is a St. John player down. That's number 2, Austin Robbins. We'll wait to hear the call here from the officials as Robbins gets some help from the trainers. Chisari, something out of nothing once again, about a 20-yard return when it looked like he was going to be stopped right away. Looked like one flag, maybe a block, legal block back there on the 48, and then I think that second flag came in as Chisari was pulled down there. It looked like around the neck, but we'll wait to see. Robbins, the player down for the Seawolves. It does look like it's going to move backwards though, folks. Tigers 4:44 left in the first half. It's looking like a long drive back to St. John for the Seawolves after this first half, but we're going to wait and see what. We're down 25-0. Some bright spots there. Dineen has looked pretty fast. Robinson showing some safe hands, but yeah, as expected, folks, this is coming against the Tigers. Coming deep, deep, deep. Looks like there's 35. So we're waiting for the call here.
Robbins, the injured.
Not sure the penalty there, but the Tigers will take over. This is the first time the Seawolves have been into the Tiger territory in a while, but they're on defense. So the Tigers are going to pick it up on their own 35. No confirmation on the penalty there, but the Tigers are backed up. Looks like Paget in the backfield once again. Fake handoff over the top. And that's Sorensen again. That quick pass over the top for about 12 yards. That's Glover's favorite target today. 5th or 6th target for Sorensen. And he's picked up all but one. Beautiful day here at Wickwire. Tigers looking to start off and continue their hot start to the season, defending Moose Cup champions.
First down, Tigers.
St. John's looking for something, for some points here today. 4 minutes to go. Tigers 1st and 10 from their own 47. Again, a fake handoff. It's going to come out wide here in the backfield. Oh, a big stiff arm there by number 83, Anders Hoffman, and he is going to break it out. Cuts into the middle, and he's got some space, folks. Hoffman has got some space, and he is going to easily make it to the end zone. A pass in the backfield there, picks up some key blocks. It looked like Hoffman had nowhere to go. He was getting channeled to the sidelines. He cut inside, got a couple more blocks, and Hoffman showing off some speed there as he got to the second level and takes it to the house for about a, I don't know, folks, 70-yard reception in the end. Hoffman just making it happen there. That was all Hoffman as it was dumped off to him in the backfield.
Great bit of running by Hoffman on the touchdown.
So the score is coming fast and furious for the Tigers now. Just 3 minutes from that last touchdown. The extra point will be good from Oki Kapanek, and it's 31-0 for the Tigers.
With 3:37 remaining in the second quarter, your Dalhousie Tigers 31, UNB St. John Seawolves, no score.
We'll get confirmation on the score there, folks. Pretty sure it is 32-0 as they correct the score on the field. Doing some math there as the extra point went up. 3:37 left in the first half, and the route is on. 32-0 for the Dalhousie Tigers over the UNB St. John Seawolves. Looking for positives for you Seawolves fans. Robinson has been a bright spot today, receiving kicks and catching. Deneen has shown off his wheels a few times, but it has been all Dalhousie Tigers here in the first half. Nine 9-0 after the first quarter. Tigers have since added 23 points. As a quick stoppage there to get a player to strap up his helmet. Robinson back to kick again. Okay, Kaepernick's going to go the other side. It's going to be deep and not received cleanly. That's 23, Simon Noye. Oh boy, folks. He's showing off some pace though. He might get to the outside, but he is wrapped up. The kick cleanly, did pick it up and picked up some yards as he got it to about the Seawolves 18. 3:26 here left in the first half. Tigers up 32-0. Seawolves will try to put in some points here before the half. Folks, they might just try and get over the halfway line. It's been a tough afternoon for the Seawolves. Keeping an eye out for number 51, Jared McClellan. See if he comes back out after that injury. And looks like he is. Another penalty for the Tigers. Head coach Dave Kelly is going to be furious about that. He talked about this last week, being cleaner and smarter out there, but Tigers take another penalty. Objectionable conduct. Going to give a little bit of a boost here to the Sea Dogs. 1st and 10 from their own 28. Deneen in a quarterback. It's number 25, Akaya Hook there. Running back. On the near side is number 24, Turner Ryan. Haven't seen much of him today. As Robinson also on the right. As that is intercepted by number 20 of the Tigers. Trenton Couture there. That throw was never getting to Noye. Way underthrown by Deneen, and that's going to be Tiger ball. First play and a turnover. So just 9 seconds come off the clock there as the Tigers will take over on the Seawolves 30. Sorry, Seawolves 21. Clock running here, 32-0 for the Tigers. That Seawolves defense has got to be feeling it right now. They've been on the field for most of this first half. The offense not giving them a break. The snap is clean. Glover's going to sit back. He's going to air it out once again to a receiver. That's number 81 for the Tigers on the reception, Robbie Sneath. He can't bring it in. There was a couple of Seawolves players in on the play there. Enoch Noye, it looked like the player breaking it up. Great defensive play there by the Seawolves. Glover on first down looking to air it out.
Pass, goes incomplete. Intended for Sneath. 2nd and 10.
A lot of whistles here, not a lot of action. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Going to throw it out quickly to the right. Once again, that's Hoffman. We saw that earlier go for a 70-yard touchdown. Not as far this time, but it does look like the Tigers are either going to pick up the first down or be just short. We'll wait to get a confirmation of that.
Glover's pass goes complete to Hoffman.
Looks like just short of a first down, but we'll wait to see the spot. Coming up at halftime, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll bring you the halftime show, Tug of War, and be back for a second half here at Wickwire. 2:43 remaining in the first half. Dal Tigers up 32-0 over St. John and threatening to pile on here. Tigers did put up 178 points on Seawolves last year, looking to continue that trend this season. Clean snap to Glover. Glover steps back, double pump. Oh boy, wide open, and he drops it. That's number 9, Matt Lawton. He is going to have nightmares about that. I know it's a 32-0 game, but Lawton has to bring that in. Oh boy. Lawton's going to not want to go to the sidelines after that drop, folks. He was wide open, acres of space, exactly where he wanted it, and he can't bring that in. Lawton talking to his quarterback there. That looks like 2 or 3 drops now for the Tigers in the end zone. They're 2nd and 10 here from the Seawolves 14. Hoffman and Allen on the left here. 2 popular targets for Glover today. He's going to dump it out to Paget, who's looked to make one move. Makes a second move. Oh, boy. Like a knife through butter there, Paget, as he dives inside and picks up another Tigers touchdown. That is the 3rd touchdown in the last 4.5 minutes for the Tigers as they pile on the Seawolves for another major. 2:31 remaining in this first half, and we're running out of room on the score sheet here. Oki Kaepernick in for the extra point. He's perfect today on extra kicks. He did miss a field goal early on, but that's routine for Oki as that goes in for the extra point. So with that extra point, it's 39-0 with 2:31 to go. That's 21 points added for the Tigers in the last 4.5 minutes. Really feeling for the Seawolves defense here. They've been on the field for must be 85-90% of the first half, and that defense is not getting a break. If you look over to the sidelines now, and you're getting a view right now past the players, not a big squad either brought over by the Seawolves, and that defense not getting a break or a rest at all. 39-0 as we're going to get a kickoff here from Oki Kaepernick. Robinson, the receiver, back with Noye on the far side of the field. The last kick over Robinson's head. We'll wait to see what Oki Kaepernick does this time. And a big shout out to the Kickers family in Turkey, who are probably watching it pretty late over there. 21 Special Teams Player of the Year gets ready to kick this off, and he has a boot. Kicks it deep to the, oh, that's over at Noye's head, and it's going to go right through. Now, those deep end zones here in Canadian football won't go all the way through for a Rouge. Noye picks it up, makes a move. Oh, and it comes loose! On his 1 yard line, Noye gets hit trying to do a little bit too much. And it looks like it's going to be a safety for the Tigers. It's a beautiful day here at Wickwire, but folks, when it rains it pours, and St. John quickly falling behind right now. That is the third safety of the day against St. John. 2 of them taken on purpose, but that is going to be a tough one to swallow as it goes over Noye's head and fumbled as he's about on his own 2nd yard line.
Let's hear it for Oki, our kicker. Look at Oki.
Score is going to be adjusted to 41-0, unless they call it a touchdown, but don't think they did. Yeah, we'll get a correction there on the score, folks. The scoreboard on the far side says 45-0. I believe that was a safety. Just 8 seconds coming off the clock since the last score for the Tigers. It is 2:23 remaining in the first half. Trying not to pile on the Seawolves here, but not a lot going on for you Seawolves fans at home. The score has been corrected on the far side, so it is 41-0 for the Tigers. Since the 6-minute mark of the second quarter, or 6 minutes remaining, we've had a 50-yard touchdown reception for Allen, a 70-yard touchdown reception for Hoffman, a 12-yard touchdown run for Padgett, and now a safety as a high kick is brought in by Cesari here, and he loves to get going. He's going to go out wide, try and find an edge, but he will be wrapped up. That's number 25, Akaya Hook there on the tackle. Tigers with 2:15 remaining in this half to score. I mean, just looking for St. John to get a stop here. That defense looking pretty gassed out there. A lot of hands on the hips. A lot of heavy breathing as guys are coming out there, just getting beaten up on. Number 91, Jonas Glyden, right on the middle of your screen right now for the Sea Dogs. He's been doing a great job there in the center of the defensive line alongside number 40, Ethan Harrison. But it's been a long afternoon for the Sea Dogs defense.
On their 48-yard line.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Tigers 48. That's the first time in a while they've been backed up in their own half of the field. The Tigers showing why they are the defending champions. Absolutely piling on the Seawolves early. 41-0 in the first half with 2:15 to go. Not sure what the delay is here, but the officiating crew getting together, having a little conversation. Glover coming in from the sideline. Padgett in the backfield. The snap to Glover. Handed off to Padgett. Oh, he's going to find a space. And another stiff arm. Oh, Paget's still going. And it looks like he's going to pick up about 25 yards. That stiff arm was on number 32, Logan Hawks, and it looked like he was going to be taken down. A stiff arm at Hawks. Paget, a rookie with this team. Tigers will take over and continue this drive on the Seawolves 42. Just under 2 minutes left in this first half. Tigers up 41-0. 3 touchdowns in this quarter for the Tigers. A flag on this left side. The ball is aired out and can't hit number 85, Noah Stevens. But on this near side, folks, just outside of camera range, there is a flag. Was early in the route. It looks like it's against the Sea Dogs, but we'll wait for the officials to confirm that. That was Glover looking for number 85, Noah Stevens. First time we've seen him targeted today. Stevens unable to haul it in as it was over his head. We're going to say no penalty. The officials are going to pick up. It was an offside penalty. It was declined by the Seawolves. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers from the Seawolves 42. The snap to Glover. Glover finds his target. That's Hoffman. Hoffman able to bring that down and all the way up to what looks to be the Seawolves 21-yard line. There is a Seawolves player back almost at the center field. Trainers coming out to number 44, Damian Stevens. Didn't see what happened there, folks, but it was in the backfield. Hoffman, the target on that throw, was able to make a nice little move there as he received the ball and pick up another about 10 yards after the catch. Trainers out here right now with number 44, Damian Stevens, defensive lineman for the Seawolves. Looks like they are talking to him.
Paget's been doing some great running, but let's give a round of applause to the offensive line of the Dalhousie Tigers.
It's head coach Dave Kelly of the Tigers coming out now. Can see Trainers taking great care here. See the player moving around now and getting up under his own power, so that's a great sign there for the Seawolves player and Damian Stevens. Great to see him getting up underneath his own power. It looks like he's going to be helped off by the trainers now. A little bit wobbly. As a couple of Seawolves will come out to help him off. Nice applause there from the Tigers crowd for the Seawolves player.
Injured Seawolves, let's give him another round of applause, please.
the Seawolves player is okay as he gingerly walks off the field with some help. And we'll bring you an update later on in the game if we get one from the Seawolves bench. 1:38 left here in the first half. Tigers up 41-0 here at Wickwire on unofficial homecoming weekend. The crowd has filled in a bit. Not as raucous as the good old days with the beer garden here at the Tigers football games, with the crowd sizable. Pretty well behaved so far, but the Tigers putting on a show here on homecoming weekend. As it's first down and 10 from the Seawolves 21-yard line. Glover's looking for his running back there. A little low there for Paget. The running back turning into receiver again. Lots of space if he'd been able to bring that in, but Glover under a little bit of pressure there. Just misses his target. It's a great time to thank our sponsors here today of this game. Of course, keepitsocial.ca for the Nova Scotia Liquor Corporation, Scotiabank, East Point, Chandler, Prodigy Sports, WAG Physiotherapy, King of Donair, and Wilson Human Capital Advisory. Thank you to all of our sponsors for helping make this happen. As we see Glover airing it out, that's Hoffman, number 83, and Glover just overthrows once again. Glover having a little bit of trouble here today on some of those open receivers. But the score is 41-0, so I don't think Glover will be too upset about that. I know head coach Dave Kelly will want to clean that up, but Tigers up 41-0, 1:24 here to go, and it's going to be third and about 12 to go. So that means our Turkish kicker here, Oki Kaepernick, is going to step up. 2021 Atlantic Football League Special Teams Player of the Year. Will have about a 30-yard. Oh, and it's another fake. Dominguez rolls out to his right. We saw a fake field goal go for a touchdown in the first half, but that play is whistled dead immediately as a flag came out. So we'll wait to see what the call is there. Dominguez already having one throwing touchdown this game. Earlier in this quarter with a fake field goal. Dominguez making it 18-0. That seems forever ago now. It's Tigers up 41-0. 1:24 here to go, and we'll wait to see what the penalty was against the Tigers, as you would expect. And it's going to be turned over on downs. So UNB St. John first down from their own 23-yard line. I think this might be the best field positioning the Sea Dogs have had in the second quarter. Minute 24 here to go. The last time you saw this St. John's offense on the field, it was an interception thrown to Couture. The Tigers picking that up. First and 10 from their own 28. Seawolves will try to do something before halftime. It's been a long afternoon so far from the boys from St. John. Deneen back. He's going to air it out. A little wobbly the throw, and oh boy, that's almost picked off again. His target looked like he underthrew his target. That was number 24, Connor Strand, or number 24, Turner Ryan, underthrown. And number 23, Connor McCormick.
Knocked down by, I believe, McCormick.
McCormick had that, but just unable to hold it in. And a big break there for Deneen, who almost went back-to-back interceptions. Second and 10 for the Seawolves from their own 28. Nice to see the Seawolves trying to go for it, though, and pick up a big play. 1:19 left to go here in the first half. A little bit of a high snap. Deneen's going to throw it out. What a grab. Number 24, Turner Ryan with a great catch. As it looks like, depending on the spot, that might be a first down. Just short, it looks like. Oh, the officials calling that just short. Oh, no, they'll give it to him. A first down for the Seawolves. If you're a Seawolves fan at home, that's your first down since the first quarter, as we have 1:15 left to go here in the first half. 1st and 10 from their own 38. Great catch there by number 24, Turner Ryan, showing some great hands to haul that in and pick up the first down. Minute left here in the first half. Tigers up 41-0. Seawolves trying to string something together here. Deneen will shimmy and shake, beats one defender, beats another, and finds a big hole. And he's going to pick up a first down. Looks like Deneen's shaken up on the hit there, though. He'll get up. It's a 12-yard run for Deneen, and we saw that in the first half on a play called back on a hold early on when the game was 2-0. Deneen has some legs. I think that flag might be for that hit there on Deneen. We'll wait to hear the call. That will be. Looked like Connor Strample there. Unnecessary roughness as Deneen was hit. So here we go, folks. All of a sudden, Seawolves are threatening some points here before the end of the first half. They will have the ball on the Tigers' 43 with 47 seconds to go. Looks like a Tigers timeout because head coach Dave Kelly does not want to give up any points. Just one touchdown the Tigers gave up to the Sea Dogs last season in 3 games. And Dave Kelly with 47 seconds here wants his defense to put up a big stop. It'll also give the Seawolves offense a time to talk this over. Deneen with back-to-back pretty great plays there. A nice throw, a nice scramble there, followed up by a 15-yard penalty. So we'll get the Seawolves on the Tigers' 43. 47 seconds to go before halftime, and the score 41-0. A little shot of the Tigers' head there in the bottom right of your screen, or now bottom left, as the Tigers mascot out here enjoying the music. Here we go. Seawolves, 1st and 10 from the Tigers' 43. Deneen throws it. Oh, underthrowing his target. That's number 24, Turner Ryan. Looked like he had his man in space. But once again, the Tigers pressure on Deneen. That was number 55, Yassin. Putting the pressure on Deneen there, and that's one of the problems the Seawolves have had is when the receivers are open, Deneen is under a whole lot of pressure and just unable to hit his receiver there. So we'll get 2nd and 10 here with 44 seconds left in the first half. Oh boy, that snap is loose. Deneen is going to get pushed all the way back. Oh, that's a tough call. Oh, and Deneen's going to go in there. Number 57, Mike McKenzie, looked like he was finishing his tackle there. Oh, and there's some punches thrown, folks. We're going to wait to see what happens. McKenzie wrapped up Deneen there. As he's throwing him down, whistles come in. That's going to get called every time. It looked like a big stop, but then it looked like number 25, Akaya Hook, came in there throwing the right hook. I don't know if the officials caught that, but definitely a little bit of afters there in that scrum. Deneen, not a fan of that tackle, got right in the face of the defender there, number 57, Mike McKenzie. We'll see what the officials do. I wouldn't be surprised to see it going the Seawolves' way. Well, a little bit of fireworks for the Seawolves here to end the first half. And it does look like the chains are moving, so looks like just the one penalty being called. Nothing for the altercation after the hits. McKenzie, it's going to be unnecessary roughness.
Tigers penalized 15 yards for unnecessary roughness.
It's a tough call, but it's going to get called every day of the week. 40 seconds left here in the first half. The Seawolves threatening. A lot of penalties for the Tigers today. Head coach Mike Kelly, Dave Kelly, not going to be happy with that. Deneen calls for the snap here. It's clean. 29 is going to take the handoff. That's don't have a number for him, folks, for the Seawolves. But if you just missed it, that snap was fumbled to Deneen. He's scrambling back about 15 yards. Mike McKenzie comes in, whistles blow, and McKenzie throws him to the ground, giving them a first down. So it looks like it's 2nd and 6 here for the Seawolves from the Tigers' 27. Tigers having to defend in their own zone with 19 seconds left here. Seawolves would love to put some points up here, folks. It's been a long day for this offense. On the sideline for much of the afternoon. Not really able to get going, but this is a great drive for the Seawolves. Something to really build on heading into the second half. Couple breaks here, couple penalties going their way, but the Seawolves are threatening. Snap is clean. Out to Robinson. Robinson, though, wrapped up immediately. We saw that work for the Tigers in the first half for a Hoffman touchdown. That time, Deneen, a short toss there to Robinson, who's been his favorite target today. But that's going to do it for the first half, folks.
Tigers 41. St. John's Seawolves 0.
The Tigers pile on in the second quarter. 41-0. A ton of points put up. 32 points for the Tigers in the second quarter. But they were pretty sloppy, folks. That's not the whole story. Lots of points, but the Tigers probably not super happy here. 41-0 for the Tigers. Touchdowns from Allen, Hoffman, and Page there in the second quarter. 3 safeties against the Seawolves here in this game so far. And the Tigers well and truly in command here, folks. The score is 41-0. As we take a break here, about 10 minutes, and we'll bring it back for the second half. Enjoy, though. We'll bring you the scenes here of the tug of war at halftime, and we'll catch you in the second half, folks.
Thanks to our game sponsor, Keep It Social. Your local post-secondary institutions and the NSLC remind you to keep it social, pace yourself, know your limits, and plan for a safe way home.
Cheers. It's a small word to celebrate big things. For us, it's simply a way to say thanks. Cheers to consuming responsibly and getting home safe.
King of Donair, Canada's original since 1973.
Chandler, one of Atlantic Canada's leading business-to-business suppliers.
Well, welcome back, folks, here to the second half of this Atlantic Football League matchup between the Dalhousie Tigers and the visiting UNB St. John Seawolves. And, folks, if you're getting a look at the scoreboard there, it is 41-0 for the Tigers. In the first half, we saw 3 safeties, a couple passing touchdowns for the Tigers, including a pair to receiver Colton Allen with 2 receiving touchdowns. And we ended the first half there 41-0 as a Dalhousie safety opened up a 41-point lead. It's been a long day for the Seawolves as we get ready to start the second half. A couple of injuries, a long bus ride, and we are 30 minutes here from the end of this one, but lots to play for here. At the end of that first half, though, the St. John Seawolves showed signs of life. Had to drive deep, or weren't able to convert into any points, but we're threatening and ran out of time. So we'll wait to see what the Tigers can do here in the second half. I do see quarterback Luke Dekaitis, backup quarterback, warming up there. Glover is in the center circle right now, one of the captains, but Dekaitis has been throwing. I wonder if we'll end up seeing him here in the second half if this scoreline continues. Highlight of that second quarter, probably the Couture interception for the Tigers. Underthrown and about a 15-yard return. But nice catch there by Couture, showing some soft hands there on the defensive side of the ball. Long conversation here before the start of the second half. It looks like the Tigers will receive. And a little bit of laughs there at center as St. John deciding which way the wind is going before we kick off the second half. It's cooled off here at Wickwire. It was about 17, 18 degrees at kickoff. Nice and sunny, and it's cooled off. A little bit of wind now. And it looks like St. John's will kick to Dalhousie to start the second half. Going to go right to left how we started this game. And let's see what the second half has to offer, folks. 41 points, all for Dalhousie, as the Tigers are going to look to extend their lead early to start the second half. Big shout out to those of you watching on the stream today. I'm Henry Whitfield here filling in for Chris Dyer last week. About 8 or 9 years since I was last on the airwaves for the Tigers for the Dalhousie Football Club. But happy to be here today bringing you this Atlantic Football League action. For those Seawolves fans still tuned in, appreciate your dedication today. Scoreline not great, but we'll continue to bring you your kids and your brothers and your family members and your friends, the action that they're doing on the field as they kick the ball off here. Back to receive once again, Chisari, but also back there for the Tigers, Noah Stevens on the near side. St. John's looks hyped up for the second half. I don't know what head coach Mike McGarvey said at halftime, but the Seawolves coming out energized, and a short kick, a little tricky, and that is, a late hit there, and no flags that time. His official was right there. Number 18, Ben Mellinson, doesn't fall for it. He grabs it, and the Tigers are going to start with great field position. Starting on the 45.
That clock is going to run continuously.
Now, you may have heard that in the background, but they've just announced the score clock is not going to stop, folks. Tigers up by 41. We're going to have a continuous clock here in the second half. Might go a little bit quicker than you anticipated. Looks like maybe threatening a little bit of rain here, so we might need it to go quickly. Our camera crew here and myself hoping that rain doesn't come anytime soon, because it's 2022 and electronics are not waterproof yet, as that handoff is blown up early. That's number 34. number 34, Ryan Petelicek with the run. And we have a change of quarterback here. Looks like Grayson Dominguez is in at quarterback. We've already seen him throw a touchdown. That fake field goal at 9:02 in the second quarter. He's already thrown a touchdown today, folks. So Dominguez already warmed up. He's in at quarterback now. It also looks like Padgett is out for running back, and we've got number 34, Ryan Petelicek, as that throw from Dominguez. Wow, what a throw. That's to number 85, Noah Stevens. Dominguez picking up where he left off in the first half. Tigers moving the chains, and I don't think anyone's more hyped on the sidelines than Glover, as Glover celebrates that as the backup quarterback's in there now. So Tigers pulling their starters. Tigers putting in their backups, or not their starters, I should say. A new quarterback in there, a new running back, and some new receivers out there for the Tigers. Looks like a little rotation on the offensive line as well. So we'll get those names as we can. And then late on that hit, as Stevens was wrapped up, looks like a late hit came in and another penalty. That's got to be well over 100, 120 yards of penalties in this game so far, as the Tigers will have a 1st and 10 from the Seawolves 22. Hand it off there. Oh, wow, that's an open lane there for number 34, Ryan Petelicek, who breaks a couple of tackles. And Tigers really just picking up where they left off in the first half. Petelicek in for Padgett. Dominguez in there for Glover, but not skipping a beat here on offense. We've seen Allen with 2 touchdowns here in the red zone today. Allen, number 4, probably going to line up on the far side of the field when we get out there. So keep an eye on him. A favorite target of Glover in the first half. He's actually going to come back to the right there, and he's going to have a running start, it looks like, as we got a couple flags in here. Oh, a couple late substitutions, but maybe not happening. It's going to be handed off there to Petelicek. Petelicek taken down there just before the goal line. Gain of 2, and the Tigers threatening here early. 11:23 here left in the third quarter. Just a reminder, the clock is going to keep running.
Second and goal, Tigers.
Second and goal for the Tigers. It's about 3 yards right now. Dominguez in at quarterback. Not a great snap, but he gets it anyway, and there he is. Colton Allen with his 3rd touchdown of the game, folks.
From about 3 yards out.
So, new quarterback, same story. That's Colton Allen once again with a touchdown. 3rd touchdown of the day for Allen, and he's just been wide open. Every time they get to the red zone, seems like he just finds the space. The extra point is good, and it'll be 48-0. As Jim Wilson goes back in time for this song here, folks. 48-0 for the Tigers. Under 10 minutes remaining. Looking for positives here for the Seawolves fans. Don't have many. Deneen has looked good. Hook has looked great. Robinson, number 12, Braden Robinson has been excellent when Deneen's had time to throw the ball. But Tigers will kick off here. And just a reminder for you at home, twice now, Oki Kaepernick has kicked it over the receivers back there and the kick return team. So hopefully Robinson and Noy have worked it out for the second half as we get ready to receive this kick from Kaepernick. Oh, correction, folks. We've subbed out the kicker. Looks like number 80 Fergus Dogturum going to come in to kick this. Or number 90, Irvine. It's a high kick, and it bounces. Gives time for the Tigers to get there. And number 5, Damien Cogswell, is going to be wrapped up. So more rotations for the Tigers here in the second half as they rest their Turkish kicker, Oki Kaepernick.
Cogswell on the carry.
Cogswell is being involved as he receives that.
On the tackle. First down, Seawolves.
First and 10 for the Seawolves from their own 28-yard line. Only 8:10 left in this third quarter. The time is ticking away as the clock is continuous here, folks. 48-0 for the Tigers. A reminder, they beat the Sea Dogs 62-0, 43-0, and 73-7 for a total score of 178-7 last season before not playing in the playoffs against the Tigers for a 7-0 result or forfeit. Tigers relentless. The substitution's not slowing them down.
Wilson on the carry.
As they wrap up Wilson there for about a loss of 2 yards.
Howe and Young in on the tackle.
2nd and 12 for the Seawolves. 7:20 here to go. Deneen in at quarterback. Looks like Simon Inouye there in the backfield. Deneen looking to throw under pressure. Finds his man. And that's a nice catch for Inouye there.
Pass complete to number 23.
Tackled by number 18, Ben Mellinson there.
Good for a Seawolves first down.
It's a first down for the Seawolves. Stand up and cheer, St. John's fans. That's a first down. First and 10 from the 40.
Seawolves first down on their 40-yard line.
Snap is clean. Fake the handoff. A shovel pass. Oh! And not on the same page as his receiver. Robinson, the receiver, but wasn't looking, and it coming across was number 26, Omar Batar, who almost picks that off on the shovel pass. Creative from Deneen, but again, no time there as he tucks it in, tries to shovel it to Robinson, but no good on that. So we're going to look at about 2nd and 10 here from their own 40. Clean snap to Deneen. Deneen steps back. He's under pressure. He escapes. Deneen showing off those wheels.
Nice little run by Ring Deneen.
Avoids a tackle there. He's under pressure early. And Deneen, really the bright spot of this Seawolves team today. When he has time to scramble and he's not under pressure, he's shown some great pace, being able to move the chains. They were backed up, so they have about 7 yards to go here. Deneen's slow to go off the field, so they are going to kick. It's going to be Hussein Al-Ali. I will remind you, there's been about 3 fake kicks and field goals in this game. The last kick Al-Ali had, he did do a fake that was good, but just didn't pick up the first down. So 4:45 here to go. Al-Ali is back for the kick. Reminder, we did see a fumble as well on early on in the game on a kick. A couple of high snaps. It looks like Seawolves have corrected that as the snaps have been a little bit better, but that's definitely something to keep an eye on here. The snap is good. The kick is good, and this is the best kick of the day. Cesare picks that up. A block in the back there, though, as that flag comes in. This is going to come back. Cesare has a great run, but there was a flag right away. As Cesare's finally picked up.
We have a block from the rear.
A little bit of chatter here between what looks like Nicholas Harnish and number 22, Not on the sheet today for the Seawolves. We've got a couple Seawolves players not listed under their numbers. However, that is going to be a penalty against the Tigers for a block in the back. We're going to go back about 10 yards. And the Tigers will have it on their own 20, but 1st and 10.
Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from about their 20-yard line.
Tigers up 48-0, 3:25 to go. And yes, the time is going by quick, so we've got a running clock here now in this game. If you're just joining us, Dominguez in at quarterback. Pentelchuk in at running back, but that's a throw to Allen. That's 3 receiving touchdowns for Allen today as he tries to get the corner out wide, and he's wrapped up.
Complete to Colt Mallon. About 15 on the play.
Dominguez coming in as the backup quarterback, but he did have a receiving touchdown in the second quarter on a fake field goal. It was to Parker on that fake field goal. He's come in here in the second half and picked right off where Glover left off in the first half. Tigers rotating through some of the backups now, trying to get some playing time in here early in the season. A lot of the season left to go. 1-0 right, or 1-0 on the season, looking to go undefeated to 2-0. That's a handoff there to Pentelchuk and wrapped up immediately. The Seawolves are onto that quickly. Looks like he picked up about 3 yards.
On the carry. Good for maybe 3 yards. 2nd and 7 Tigers.
It was second and 7 coming up here. It's getting a little chilly here at Wickwire as people put on their sweaters. A beautiful day earlier, but as you know, here in Halifax, the weather can change quickly. So Wickwire not known for being a warm place to watch sports as it gets a little bit chillier now. Must have been a penalty that I missed there, folks, as we're going to move up about 10 yards, 10, 15 yards for a 1st and 10 from the 53-yard line.
53-yard line.
Rick Rivers also not catching that penalty because I didn't see a flag down, but we will have 1st and 10 from the Tigers 53. 1:28 left in this third quarter. Fake handoff as Dominguez is going to hold that, and Dominguez isn't small. Oh, a little bit of pushing and shoving there.
Oh, number 12, quarterback on the keeper, good for about 12 yards.
Looked like Jeremy Miller there and Damian Stevens getting into a little afters, but Dominguez picking up about a 15 yards on that fake handoff. So Dominguez offering a lot to the Tigers here coming in this third quarter. Only a minute left here, folks, in this third quarter. Clock is running. Time for a couple more plays here in this first half, or sorry, in this third quarter. Dominguez steps back. He's going to let it loose. What a throw. Oh, and just over number 40, Luke Smith. And it looked like under Carter Harris Fowell. So between two receivers, there was a pair of defensive players there. It looks like Robinson was actually the corner on that play. So I don't know if Robinson's normally out there, but Braden Robinson out there at corner here in the second half and almost picks that up. No time here to get off a play before. Oh, there you go. Time will expire. A pass behind the line to Pentelchuk and wrapped up. Doesn't look like he's going to get the first down, though, so we will go into the fourth quarter here. And it'll be third down and about 1 yard. Now, O'Key was kicking in the first half, and this would be a chip shot for him.
It's going to be third down Tigers and about 2 for a first down.
As we move sides for the fourth quarter. As I was saying, this is a chip shot for Oki Kaepernick, but he's not in the game anymore. He's been taken out in the second half, so we'll wait to see what the Tigers decide to do. Looks like they're going to go for it, folks. It's first and about 2 yards. We've seen them convert on third down on 2 quarterback sneaks, but that was Glover in the game then.
Tigers.
We just saw a nice 12, 15-yard run on a fake handoff by Dominguez, so he is in the shotgun. Let's see. It's going to be a quarterback draw, and he's going to go through late. And Dominguez has got space. Dominguez showing off his legs. Oh, yeah, he's going to be just short of a touchdown. And faked a handoff there. A little quarterback draw. Finds a hole and then gets running. As Jim Wilson has given the microphone over, we got some singing going on now. Tigers threatening here after that conversion. Tigers here on 1st and 2. A couple of Dow students singing there in the background, but we're going to get a touchdown here for the Tigers. Looked like Jim Wilson with a bit of psychological warfare there with that music. But there is a flag on the play here. It looked like the Tigers got in.
For Sweet Caroline, whatever you are, trio, quadro, whatever. Triple. Way to go, girls. Good job.
Looks like that touchdown it will stand as the offense is going to go off. We're going to get an extra kick here.
Quarterback's girlfriend, brother, roommate,
Boyfriend, girlfriend. We don't judge.
So Kaepernick back in for the extra point here. He's been perfect on those today. And Oki is okay as he puts that through 55-0. We're into the pun portion of the broadcast here as we're at 55-0. Waiting to hear who that was on the touchdown as we didn't get a number. There was a whole bunch of players in there. It looked like a handoff. Not clear who ended up getting in there, but 55-0 for the Tigers. The clock is running. Only 12 minutes left in this fourth quarter here. When the clock's running, not a lot of action happening here, folks, as neither team seems too intent on moving along very fast here. Tigers will kick. That's Matthew Irvine in to kick, number 90. Back is Robinson and Inouye as well. Number 5, Cogswell, is in the middle of the field. We'll see how far this kick goes. As the Tigers kick off once again.
ready for the kickoff.
The kick is not very far. There's a flag, actually. So probably a penalty coming against the Tigers here. Inouye gets a couple of nice blocks, but only gets it out to about the 28 and goes down pretty hard. So not a big kick, but it also looks like it's going to go against the Tigers here. But we'll wait to hear. Doesn't get much easier for the Seawolves after this. They've got a game against the Red Bombers in a provincial showdown. That game coming to you October 1st. Sorry, that game coming for you October 8th. That's next weekend. As the Tigers will obviously then be playing the Hurricanes here at Wickwire on the 8th. as the Seawolves take over on their own 25-yard line. 9:55 here in the fourth. We have a running clock. That's Deneen there with a short pass to number 29, who's not on the score sheet. So if you're a Seawolves fan and you know who number 29 is, let your coach know to update the roster for the next time you're here in town. Clock running here, 55-0 for the Tigers over the Seawolves. Tigers with a lot of their backups in the game right now. Seawolves looking a little short-handed, couple injuries today. Arrived about 45 minutes before kickoff, and getting ready to go home after a tough afternoon here at Wickwire. Deneen here, waiting for the snap. It's high. Oh boy. Seawolves lucky there to hold on to that, because that snap was high and that handoff was not clean.
Young in on the tackle. Loss of a few on the play.
So a loss on the play, plus there's a Seawolves player down who was in the secondary, but Seawolves have really struggled to give Deneen time and space to operate today. That offensive line hasn't been on the field that long because the Tigers defense has been doing a good job, but Deneen, who's shown he's got an arm, he's shown that he's got some speed, just not being given the time and space to operate. So you got a little applause here for the Seawolves player being helped off. I think that's number 51, Jared McClellan, who went off injured in the first half too, who's down again. Jim Wilson continues with the eclectic music choice in the background. As we're into the pantomime part of the game, where Rick Rivers and Jim Wilson start chirping each other on the game day announcement. That's how you know there's a win going on, folks, for the Tigers, as the Seawolves will kick the ball. That's a great kick. Chisari picks it up. Oh, there's a couple of flags that come out. Chisari, though, it's raining flags here, folks. More flags than first downs for the Seawolves here today, as looks like another penalty going against the Seawolves. It's a long day as number 50 is down, Nicholas Buchanan. Chisari, though, still in the game, and another excellent return for the Tigers All-Star. Chisari is making plays defensively and on special teams. From Maine, a 2019 and 2021 All-Star. Looking good for another All-Star nod this year. He's got 2 or 3 sacks, a couple of great returns. As we're seeing the officiating crew explain what's happening here. 4 flags. There's an initial flag, which was probably blocking in the back, it looked like, on the first penalty. And then as the teams got together, as Chisari was tackled, immediately 2 or 3 flags thrown by the officiating crew.
Shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on Halifax pier, the last of the...
2 officials going over to the UNB sideline to explain what's going on. We'll wait to see as the officials are picking up their flags finally. The clock, for some reason, has stopped. We're supposed to have a running clock here. It's 55-0. Tigers threatening, but we'll see where these penalties go. Well, folks, it certainly looks like the Tigers are going to be 2-0 to start the season. No game last weekend against the Hurricanes. St. John looking for some lifelines here. 55-0. Just not getting it done today. Not able to protect their quarterback enough. Not able to put enough pressure on the Tigers and their quarterback. Backup quarterback Dominguez is in for the Tigers and looking just as effective as Glover. That all being said, I don't think head coach Dave Kelly is going to be totally thrilled with this game. In the first half, and especially the first quarter, a number of turnovers, some sloppy play, a couple of dropped balls in the end zone, maybe 3, that the Tigers head coach is definitely going to want to clean up as they're looking for back-to-back championships this year. But as we continue into the Dave Kelly era, it definitely looks like that tight defense is continuing, and the team is continuing to rock and roll. A couple offsetting penalties there. We're not going to go anywhere. The Tigers taking over on the St. John 20-yard line. The clock probably would be done by now if it was still running, but they've stopped it, and they'll get that going again here. Continuous clock here in the second half, folks. Tigers having a touchdown in each the third and the fourth, but that's fumbled there, that snap, and doesn't seem to matter as number 6, Luke Dekaitis is now in. That's the third quarterback of the day for the Tigers. As Dekaitis drops the snap, and there is a flag on the play. But again, as I'm talking about the sloppy mistakes and turnovers by the Tigers, Dekaitis is able to hold on to that fumbled snap, pick up a few yards. And it looks like, folks, we're going back again. That's a 10-yard penalty for holding against the Tigers. Must be well over 150, 160 penalty yards in the game so far between these two teams. 2 or 3 unsportsmanlike conducts, illegal contact hit on a fumble that would have given the Seawolves excellent field position early in the first half when they were threatening to score. Let's be all Tigers here in the second half.
First and 20 Tigers.
First and 20 for the Tigers. Dekaitis in at quarterback. Sits back, throws. That's Allen, who's already got 3 touchdowns on the day, but he's underthrown, and that's an interception for Dekaitis. Colton Allen thought he was going to have his 4th touchdown of the game there, but a great interception by number 28 for the Seawolves. That's Owen Dunfield on the interception. So as the Tigers are threatening, Dekaitis sits back, tries to unload a 30-yard touchdown, and instead it's picked off by the Seawolves. So a big play there for the visitors. So Seawolves are going to take over. It's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. Clock is running, continuous clock here. Deneen still in the game at quarterback, looking to make something happen here before the end of the game. St. John's unlucky to not put some points up late in the second, but have not done anything here in the second half. As Deneen is wrapped up once again, ball comes loose, but the play is stopped.
Deneen sacked by number 51 and 39, I believe.
Deneen has been sacked 5 or 6 times here today, and he's quick. He's a quick guy back there, but just unable to have any time and space after the snap, as the Tigers defense relentless, even with some of their backups in at this point. Second and long here for the Seawolves. We have seen them take a couple of safeties here, being backed up deep late, but that handoff's going to give them a bit of space.
Wilson, the ball carrier, gain of a few, tackle made by number 15. Number 15 is Parker.
Connor Wilson there, number 29. We've got a confirmation on the name there. Thanks for reaching out. Connor Wilson, number 29, the running back. He's able to pick up a couple yards, but Seawolves backed up, 3rd down. Punter Al-Ali back there. Just a reminder, we've seen a couple of high snaps here, a couple fumbles. Al-Ali has not been given a lot of help today, but his last kick, booming 50-yard kick. But Cesari still in the game and back there now at the Seawolves 50. Snap is clean. Kick is a little bit short. It's going to bounce around the 40 and does catch Cesari a little bit there, who's going to be backed up, but he makes some space. Cesari makes something out of nothing. Oh, a late shot there as number 5, Damian Cogswell, comes in. And Cesari doesn't get a great pickup there. Still picks up about 20 yards returning. And then it's going to be, I think it's going to be 15 yards against Cogswell there, who probably frustrated, a little bit upset, goes in late. Yep, folks, confirmation there. We're going to go 15 yards. The Tigers with excellent field position here with 3:45 left. Again, reminder, the clock is continuous here in the second half. Tigers up 55-0. Tigers at home next weekend, October 8th, here at home. They'll take on the Holland College Hurricanes. 1 p.m. kickoff. And as we get settled here for Dakaitis to take the snap, nice time to thank our sponsors here for the broadcast. Big shout out to Scotiabank, our premier sponsor here. Make It Social. KeepItSocial.com, campaign by NSLC. Thank you to them, our sponsors, as well as Chandler, East Point, WAG Physiotherapy, Prodigy Sports, King of Donaire, and Wilson's Human Capital Advisory. Big shout out to everyone for sponsoring and helping the team out.
That's the 3-minute warning. 3 minutes left in the game.
3-minute warning here as Dakaitis takes a snap, has time, finds his man, and hits him. That's number 80, Fergus Adogtarum there, in on the reception.
Hey, Tigers fans.
Takes out the cameraman.
Here, 1 o'clock.
Glad you come. And on the reception, Fergus, that is.
It's going to set up
5-yard line.
1st and goal on the 5-yard line for the Tigers. Dakaitis, the 3rd-string quarterback, in right now. That time hits his receiver. He's looked strong since he's come in the game, Dakaitis. He did have a long run, a couple big plays, did throw an interception in the end zone on the last drive, but right now looks comfortable. Threw a great throw there. He's rolling out to his right, has a man. Oh no, that's not great for Dakaitis. Dakaitis, though, throws an interception, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be a touchdown for the Sea Dogs. Number 23, Simon Noye. He's been involved all day, folks, and you got to give that up. That is a great catch and a great run. The Sea Dogs lineup is loving that.
85-yard interception return.
85-yard touchdown reception for Noye, and the boys from for St. John are loving that.
Now that's what you call a pick six, Rick.
Pick 6 there for Noye. It's not going to matter in the total game, but that is a moral victory there for the Sea Dogs, who have managed to score. They were shut out twice last year by the Tigers, so putting up 6 points, and we'll wait to see if the kick goes in. Currently 55-6. Probably the highlight of the game for me, to be honest. 55 points for the Tigers, but more excitement on that play than much of the game, as the Tigers fans were cheering at Anoa'i as the extra point is good. And it's going to be 55-7. 30 seconds left in the game. We're probably going to get a kickoff, and that's it, folks. Maybe not, as both teams slow here as handshakes are happening. So a couple handshakes, 15 seconds to go. The clock will run. It's all but over here, as the Dalhousie Tigers will move to 2-0 on the season with a 55-7 victory over the UNB St. John Sea Dogs, who have a lot to do as they get ready for next week against UNB Red Bombers. Big round of applause here as the referees call it. And your Dalhousie Tigers are winners, 55-7 over St. John Sea Dogs. Next week, October 8th, come on back to Wickwire, 1 p.m. kickoff against the Holland College Hurricanes. As that'll be your first look at them as we get handshakes here at halftime. I'm Henry Whitfield for the camera team and everyone else at home. I want to say a big thank you for joining us here for this Atlantic Football League broadcast. Maybe I'll be back, maybe I won't, but it's been nice to be back on the broadcast after an eight-year hiatus. So thanks for listening in. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week here at Wickwire for Dalhousie football. See you later, folks.
Thanks to our game sponsor, Keep It Social. Your local post-secondary institutions and the NSLC remind you to keep it social, pace yourself, know your limits, and plan for a safe way home.
Cheers. It's a small word to celebrate big things. For us, it's simply a way to say thanks. Cheers to consuming responsibly and getting home safe.
King of Donair, Canada's original since 1973.
Chandler, one of Atlantic Canada's leading business-to-business suppliers.